Bruce called this philosophy using no way as way and having no limitation as limitation. He stripped away the fancy rituals and focused on what actually worked in combat. This is what led him to create Jeet Kune Do, his personal martial art and philosophy. Unlike traditional martial arts, Jeet Kune Do wasn't about mastering fixed forms. It was about efficiency, ending a fight as quickly as possible, often in ways that seemed brutal to outsiders. And this is exactly why many of his techniques were considered too deadly. They weren't meant to score points in a ring. They were meant to neutralize threats instantly. The art of interception, Jeet Kune Do's core. One of Bruce's most dangerous concepts was his idea of interception. Instead of waiting for an opponent's attack to land, Bruce believed the best defense was to attack first or at the very moment the opponent committed to striking. This principle gave birth to the famous stop-hit strategy. Imagine someone throws a punch at you. Most people would block, dodge, or step back. Bruce, however, would step in and strike at the exact moment the punch was launched. This meant his opponent's attack was cut short before it even began. A simple stop kick to the shin or knee could completely destroy an attacker's balance, leaving them helpless. This idea might sound like a clever counter, but in practice it was devastating. A perfectly timed interception kick to the knee could shatter ligaments. A finger jab to the eyes as someone rushed forward could blind them instantly. For Bruce, this wasn't about looking fancy. It was about shutting down the threat with maximum efficiency. Many martial arts schools avoided teaching this because it was simply too dangerous for practice. The finger jab, a strike too dangerous for sport. Perhaps the most famous of Bruce Lee's deadly strikes was the finger jab to the eyes. Unlike a traditional punch, which uses the knuckles, Bruce trained his fingers to become weapons. He strengthened them with finger-dip push-ups, stabbing his fingers into sandbags, and conditioning them until they could pierce through resistance like daggers. The logic was simple: the eyes are the most vulnerable target on the human body. No matter how big or strong your opponent is, a precise strike to the eyes can end the fight instantly. Bruce called this the fastest way to level the playing field. In tournaments and sparring matches, attacks to the eyes are strictly forbidden because of how quickly they can cause permanent damage. But in the streets, Bruce believed this was a necessary equalizer. He wasn't interested in fair fights, he was interested in survival. The oblique kick, destroying the foundation. Another one of Bruce Lee's secrets was the oblique kick to the knee. This move was so effective that it later inspired MMA fighters like John Jones, who famously used it to dominate his opponents. But Bruce was already using it decades earlier. The idea was simple but brutal: